Okay, so this is the first part of a multi-part series I'm going to do on A9. These are notes, etc. and adaptation of my tour slide from last year. Also, some of the content that was a bit too heavy to deliver on stage. I've added some more content that may give more context now, as I didn't have this in the past. So 99% of the content will be taken from A9 video presentations, from members of the A9 team, and some of the science literature. Where I am introducing concepts, I will mention this in the videos as we go. This is to not mix things up, and then again I will summarise at the end with examples and ideas for you to think about, so you can come up with your own ways to test and draw further conclusions. I'll also dispel some of the myths around the literature, using the literature, and again I've refined this further in the effort to make this more digestible for people like me and you that are not programmers. Each video will be short and condensed, so you can go back and review and draw further conclusions. Basically, my goal is to get every Amazon seller to understand how A9 works based on the science literature. So let's get into it. Let's start with the three main components of a product search. These three scores are used by the search relevance team to determine the best results to show someone that is making a search on Amazon. So number one is the query category score. This score determines and measures the importance of a particular search query for a product category. This is determined by looking at the number of clicks and purchases for products within that category when people search for a specific query. For less common queries, the team looks at a number of clicks for the individual words, a combination of 2 words, which are bigrams, and a combination of 3 words, which are trigrams, within the query. Then you've got number 2. This is the hunger score. The score measures the eagerness of the product category to be selected or clicked when a certain search query is made. The longer a category goes without being selected, the more eager it becomes. If the category has a high query category score, it will become eager faster. And number 3, InCategory relevance score. This score measures the relevance of each product within a category. It shows how well each product matches the search query, taking into account its features, attributes, and other relevant information. So let's give you a real life example here. Imagine you own an online store that sells clothing. You want to determine the importance of different search queries related to clothing to prioritize your efforts to improve your web search functionality. In this case, you use the query category score to measure the importance of each search query for your clothing category. This score is determined by analyzing the number of clicks and purchases for clothing products when the customer searched for specific queries. So, for example, you find that each search query, for instance, men's casual shirts, has a high query category score, as there were many clicks and purchases for men's casual shirts with this query when it was used. On the other hand, a less common query like green men's dress size shirt size medium, as an example, will have a lower query category score, as there will be fewer clicks and purchases for the specific query. To further analyse the less common queries, the team looks at the number of clicks for the individual words, bigrams, combination of 2 words, and trigrams, a combination of 3 words, in the query to better understand why it has a lower score and what can be done to improve it. So here's an example of analysing query data using 2-word and 3-word phrases. Suppose we have a data set of search queries made by users on an e-commerce website. Some sample queries may include red sneakers, black leather boots, women's clothing sale. To understand why these certain queries have lower scores, the team looks at number of clicks for the individual words, the bigrams and the trigrams in the query. So, for the query red sneakers, you have individual words, which is red and sneakers, the bigrams, which is red sneakers, trigrams, in this case there's none, and then for the query black leather boots, individual words, black leather and boots, and then bigrams are black leather and leather boots, and then trigrams are black leather boots. For the query women's clothing sale, individual words would be women's clothing sale, and then bigram would be women's clothing and clothing sale, and trigrams would be women's clothing sale. By counting the number of clicks for these individual words, bigram and trigrams, the team can better understand the context of which these queries are being made and identify patterns that may be contributing to lower scores. So, for example, they might discover that the queries contain a bigram, women's clothing, tend to have lower scores, indicating that there may be some issues with the results being returned for these types of searches. Alright, let's look at the hunger score. So here are some real life examples of how the hunger score works for product categories. So number one, suppose you have a user searches for men's jackets. The category for the men's jackets has not been selected for a few days, so its hunger score gets high. When the search results appear, the men's jackets category will be given prominence and will be more likely to be selected by the user compared to other categories. Another example is a user searches for smartphones. The category for smartphones has been selected very frequently in the recent past, so its hunger score is low. In this case, the search results will prioritize other categories that have not been selected as frequently and are more eager, such as accessories or phone cases. And number three, a third example is a user searching for baby toys. The category for baby toys has been selected in the last hour, so its hunger score is moderate. When the search results appear, the baby toys category will be given some more prominence, but other categories with higher hunger score may also be given priority. In each of these examples, the hunger score shows to help to measure the eagerness of a product category to be selected and prioritize categories that have not been selected as frequently, making the search results more relevant and user-friendly. Okay, so let's look at the InCategory relevance score. So we'll give some examples here. So the InCategory relevance score measures how relevant a product is within a specific product category. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some real life examples to illustrate this concept. So number one, suppose a user searches for tennis shoes. The search results will include 7 different types of tennis shoes, each with its own InCategory relevance score. A product with a high InCategory relevance score will be considered the most relevant and useful to the user within the category tennis shoes. Number 2, another example is a user searching for laptops. The search results will show a variety of laptops with different features and specifications, each with its own InCategory relevance score. A laptop with a high InCategory relevance score will be considered the most relevant and useful within the category of laptops. And number 3, a third example is a user searching for running shoes. The search results will show several different types of running shoes, each with its own InCategory relevance score. A running shoe with a high InCategory relevance score will be considered the most relevant and useful within the category of running shoes. In each of these examples, the InCategory relevance score helps determine the most relevant and useful products within a specific category, making it easier for the user to find what they're looking for. To summarize how all 3 components, individual word clicks, hunger score and InCategory relevance score, are blended together, let's consider the example of user which is searching for red sneakers. So number 1, individual word clicks. The team will look at the number of clicks for the individual words in the query, red and sneakers. They will use information to understand the context of the search and identify any patterns that may be contributing to low scores. Number 2, the hunger score. The team will also look at the hunger score for the category of sneakers. If the category has not been selected for a while, its hunger score will be high and the category will be given prominence in the search results. And number 3, the InCategory relevance score. Finally, the team will consider the InCategory relevance score for each product within the category of sneakers. Products with high InCategory relevance score will be considered the most relevant and useful within the category of sneakers, taking into account factors such as popularity, brand, and customer ratings. By blending all 3 components together, the search results will prioritize products that are both relevant to the user search query and eager to be selected, making it easier for the user to find what they're looking for. In this example, the most relevant red sneakers will be at the top of the search results, taking into account the individual word clicks, hunger score, and in-category relevance score. Hunger score, we're going to cover some additional details here. Not every product listed on Amazon will be discovered by the hunger score. The hunger score is just one factor that can influence the visibility of a product in search results. The visibility of the product is determined by many factors as well, such as relevance of the product to the search query, the popularity of the product, customer ratings, and of course the in-category relevance score. Additionally, while the hunger score can play a role in increasing visibility of the category, it's not guaranteed that every product within the category will be discovered by the hunger score. It is possible for a product with a low in-category relevance score or poor customer ratings to have a low visibility, even if the category has a higher hunger score. Hopefully it will give you a clear indication of what we call the honeymoon period is actually random and not fixed. Launching a new product doesn't mean you have it guaranteed in terms of a honeymoon period, nor does it mean that if you launch on a new ASIN, it will fix it. So let's have a little chat about the cold start. So to further to my point, based on the science literature, A9 has an override process called the cold start. Dr. Daria Sononica explained this in her presentation, The Joy of Search. Example 1 I'm going to give you is the new Harry Potter book, which she spoke about in The Joy of Search. So suppose the new Harry Potter book has just been released and many people are searching for it on Amazon. On the first day of its release, even if the books rank lower in search results, users who really wanted to buy it would still find it by conducting an exhaustive search. However, over time, the search ranking for the book will gradually increase as more people start searching for it and purchasing it. If by the 7th day the changes in search rankings are not reflected as desired, Amazon may make a manual adjustments via the A9 team to improve the book's ranking in search results. Example number 2, let's look at a popular electronic gadget, right? Let's consider a popular electronic gadget that has been recently launched. On the first day of its release, it might rank lower in the search results, obviously, but users who are interested in buying it would still find its way by conducting a search, i.e. a brand search. Over time, as more people start searching for the gadget and purchasing it, the search ranking for the gadget will gradually increase. If by the 7th day, the changes in search ranking are not reflected as desired, Amazon may or may not make manual adjustments to improve the gadget's ranking in search results. I'll let you fill in the gaps here on what products I'm talking about that doesn't belong to a third-party seller. In short, Amazon uses a combination of automated algorithms and manual adjustments to rank products in search results. When a new product is released, it may initially rank lower in search results, no shit Sherlock there, but over time its search rankings will gradually increase as more people search for it and purchase it. If the changes in search ranking are not reflected as desired, Amazon may or may not make manual adjustments to improve the product's ranking. The goal here is to ensure the users find the product they're looking for quickly and easily. Now, the A9 team and Amazon might do this for Harry Potter, but it's impossible for them to do it for every product because it's simply not scalable. Your focus should be extreme relevance of your keywords and of course your category. And now you know it's possible for favoritism in results as they have an override on their chosen products.